Good afternoon, everyone. Today is um, Wednesday, November the 17th, 2021, and I want to be today updating you a little bit of COVID-19 and how numbers are going to be dealing with this province and these COVID cases that we have across the country. So it's very important that everyone stays put because of returning back starting on December 5th with the throne speech that will be held by that time, and we are planning to by that time to see how the numbers are and how things are going to be going by that time. So today I want to be starting with the numbers and tell you how the numbers are with the COVID and how things are being going and how things are being done to deal with that. So for Edmonton today, the COVID numbers that we are having today. So today Alberta reported 412 new cases of COVID-19 and 3 new deaths that are reported today. So that's for Wednesday today. The new cases were detected on 9,736 completed tests with a positive rate of about 4.31%, which is slightly lower than the 7-day average of 4.71%. The 3 new deaths brings the province to a total of 3,204. The deaths were a woman in her 30s in the South Zone and a man in his 70s in the Edmonton Zone and a man in his 90s in the Central Zone. So those were cases, and there are 518 people in hospital with COVID-19, including 100 in intensive care beds. About 74% of those currently in hospital are unvaccinated or partially vaccinated. So in Calgary Zone, there are 1,827. In Edmonton, there is 1,221. North Zone has 1,082. Central Zone has 897. South Zone has 489. And Unknown has 5. So those are the doses. And those are the numbers that we have so far in Alberta. And that's how things are being dealt with, especially in Alberta, and how these numbers are being affected. It's very important that everyone continues following the health rules and making sure that they continue following the health guidelines as much as you can. Like I said, December 5th, we will have the full throne speech of how the government will operate starting by that time, because now in the meantime, things are being moved to this place, and things are being moved and they're going to be taken to the new place. So it's very important that people just need to be put and be aware that that's what the plan is, and that's how things are going to be starting on November 5th, December 5th, 2021. And everyone needs to be aware that things are starting to be changing by that time, and how things are going to be going. So it's very important that all the students understand that it's very important that we make sure that we get things done as much as we can, and making sure that Canadians and making sure that people in the school get really vaccinated in order for them to come to the school, like I said earlier, because it's very important that everyone gets vaccinated and everyone does what they need to do, because that's what it takes for this COVID for us to go on. And we need to do what's the right thing for us to do, and making sure that everyone does what's right during the COVID, and making sure that things are going to be done for sure. And people need to really understand and really take things seriously during this COVID. We know that the life in normal wasn't going that well. Things were not going that great by weeks ahead and weeks, months. 1 year now, we didn't have in-person learning, and we didn't have government wasn't really functioning that well in the last year. And so it's very important that we make sure that our students are successful, and making sure that we pass those bills as much as we can in order for students to have the opportunity, and to make sure that everyone has the idea and has the understanding of how things should be done. Very importantly that there will be bills that are going to be passed in December, and there will be so many bills and so many things that I'm working on that to make sure that all gets done in the next couple of weeks. with only 2 weeks left, and then starting December 5th, we will be returning back, and the government will be returning back by that time. And that's what will be expected by this government, is to make sure that we finish off COVID-19 and making sure that we pass all the bills, and making sure that in the next 2 years, before the next election that's going to be held in 2024, is to make sure that all the students are successful and everyone is successful in every level. And that will be the goal, and that will be the plan in the next couple of weeks that will be coming, and making sure that we take it very seriously as much as we can. It's very important that, like I said, there will be so many rules and restrictions that are still going to be in place, like the mask, and very importantly, we will be having we will have the vaccine passport, and we will be having the vaccine proof of vaccination. And very important that all the students make sure you either get a medical exemption, or you get a letter from where you got your vaccine, and then you give it to me and you prove that you did get vaccinated in order for you to be in the school, or no, not to be in the government building. It's very important that you make sure that you do get vaccinated, so for you to be in the government building, so you have the opportunity as much as you can to be there. So that's what the plan will be, and that's what I'm expecting, like everyone to understand. This is to make sure we have to take it very seriously to fight this COVID, and to make sure that we go back to life normal as much as we can. And like I said, if we have 1 or 2 cases, then we're gonna have to close the place again, and then everyone has to again isolate and stay home. And we don't want to go back from what we had in the past. So I'm hoping that my students, especially, they take it very seriously, and making sure that we don't joke around with this time, and we make sure that we take it very seriously. There's so many bills that are going to be announced in the next couple of weeks, and this bill that's going to be passed, and there'll be bill of volunteering. It's supposed to be passed on November 9th, but because of the delay, because things are being moved throughout this place, is not really settled. So that bill will be passed on December the 10th, 2021, and that day will be on December 10th, 2021. It's not that far away, but we will be passing that bill and making sure that will be on a Friday. So the Friday of the first week of returning of the government throne speech. So that week the government is back working, and it will be again in person, and will be online. There will be updates again online every week. It will be updated every week online, and there will be videos, so you know what's happening every week. And that will be my job as a premier, is to make sure that I update you every week, and to know what's happening in the building, and what kind of thing will be going ahead in the next 2 years, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done with this government, and making sure that students are safe. We can have volunteering opportunities, and we can have tour opportunities, and all these bills are going to be passed. Hopefully we have to pass, we have to vote on it, and making sure hopefully the other parties, they vote on us so we can pass those bills. And we will be seeing how these things are going to be going in the next couple of weeks. That is the plan, and that is my suggestions how we're going to be tackling these things in the next weeks and months that are going to be coming. And very importantly is students need to take it very seriously as much as they can, and not joke around with there will be rules that are not going to be allowed in the government building. First rule is a rule that students are not going to be allowed to share masks with each other. That won't be acceptable for any student to be sharing a mask with another student. I want to make it clear for everyone that won't be allowed, and no students will be sharing with another student. People have to be bringing their own mask, their own stuff, and that will be the goal, and that will be the plan. And that has to be done properly in a way that we don't share bacteria, and we make sure that every student takes what's necessary. Second of all is there will be hand sanitizer, so anyone who's going to be welcome to use the hand sanitizer. and hopefully it doesn't finish. It will be enough for every student to make sure that they take the hand sanitizer and they use it properly as much as they can. And that will be one of the plans that needs to be done and needs to be addressed by the government. And people need to make sure that they are not food are not going to be allowed in the school. So students only they're gonna bring only drinks. Drinks are the only thing that are going to be allowed in the school, and that's the only thing that students are going to be having. They're not going to be having any kind of things that are going to be welcoming in the school. The only thing that is going to be allowed in the school is only going to be drinks, and that's it. And students need to be that much clear. People don't follow the rules, they're going to be kicked out of the school and kicked out of the government building. And I'm being serious here because we're not here to spread COVID, and we're not here to give it to people. And those rules, more of those rules, they're going to be announced in the throne speech that's going to be coming in December. But in the coming weeks, hopefully, I want students to really understand that this is the only way that we're going to be fighting COVID, and this is the only way we need to get used to this environment until everything gets settled and until everything gets way better, and we can see the numbers are going really low. Especially now we have 400 today. Still, the numbers are really high. Uh, we need to see, and we have 3 deaths. So at the end of the day, again, we are not low at all, and we still need to be maybe in the 80s or in the 70s or even the 60s or even the 40s. We need to see the numbers get lower than that. Then by that time we will think to lift some of the restrictions. But now I want to see if my students are going to be listening and they're going to be taking these things seriously first before we lift more restrictions, because no point we lift restrictions and then the numbers go back up and then we have outbreak because people are not following the rules. It has to be that simple. So I'm hoping that everyone takes it very seriously and doesn't joke around with it, because there's no need for us to joke around with our health. This is one body we have only one health. We have to make sure that we take it very seriously and not joke around with it. And I want everyone to really understand that, because it's very important that we have to do what's right at the end of the day. And that's what it is. And taking care of our health and doing what's right and making sure that we do everything we can to protect ourselves and also to protect our others. And that is the plan, and that is what we need to look forward to. And that's what the government is looking forward to, is how much we're going to be protecting our students, how much we are going to be protecting our government officials. That's what is really important for everyone to really understand, and that's what the right thing for us to do is to make sure how we're going to take care of people, how much we're going to be fighting for them, and how much whatever. And there will be more bills that are going to be passed in the next couple of weeks and in the next couple of months, so people can really understand how much serious this is. And I want to make it clear for everyone that whoever, and there won't be presentation, and there won't be art, there won't be recreation, there won't be sports. All these are cancelled. They're still part of the restrictions that are not lifted yet. Those restrictions, I'm hoping to lift them by middle of 2022. That will be either March, or that will be April, or that will be May. All it depends, like again, how much students are in the next couple of months, December and January and February, those 3 months, I will see how much students are going to be taking them very seriously. Because if I don't see people are taking it seriously, we're not going to have school activities, and we won't have recreations. And those school activities and those recreations and sports and all these activities that are going to happen after school and after places, those activities, they are going to be limited. It's going to be maybe 5 students that are going to be participating in presentation, and they're going to be watching it. The rest of the students are going to be home and watching the presentation from home, and it will be live from the building, and it will be everyone will get that chance to watch it from home, the school activities, and seeing how things are going to be done. Other than that, um, even sports, we're going to have maybe 2 3 students, and this is something we're planning right now, how we're going to arrange those stuff in March and April and May, how things are going to be done. Because this, again, it will take work and it will take effort, and it will take as much as things done by that time, and we need to be really seriously and not joke around with it. And I want everyone to really understand that This is no joke, right? We're back to life normal now. I'm allowing slowly students to come in. I'm allowing government officials to come in. I'm giving everyone a chance because I know this COVID made us all at home, made us all not have opportunity to go out and to have normal conversations and to have normal life. That will take time, right? We can't say now we're gonna get rid of the mask and we're gonna get rid of the vaccine and we're gonna get rid of all that and just do as we wish at the end of the day. That won't be the plan. And the plan is we have to be serious and we have to take step by step in order for things to go where we want it to go. Because if we just rush now and we say we're going to get rid of the mask, we're going to get rid of everything, then the numbers are going to go back up. And so, like, we didn't do anything at the end of the day. And that we don't want it to be that kind of a plan. We want to take it very seriously as much as we can and not joke around with it. And that's what I want everyone to really understand and take it very seriously because this is the only way that we can go back to life normal, and this is the only way that we can see how life is going to be going. So I hope what I'm saying to you guys really makes sense at the end of the day because at the end of the day, what I'm saying is no joke. I really want everyone to really understand and really to take it seriously as much as they can. So now I'm ready to take questions from people. So because I know a lot of people might have questions because we're this close to coming back and the government's coming back to operate. So I want anyone to just do if they have any questions, I'm willing to take questions right now because I'm willing to answer those questions to make it more clear for students to really understand what's going to be happening on December 5th because that will be something. I'll show you the new pictures of the new building and it will be bigger than what we have right now. So we need to make sure that we take it very seriously. So anyone has questions? So yes, we will be, like I said already, we will be fighting for COVID, and we will make sure that we take everything seriously as much as we can, and that will be the plan. I hope everyone have a great day, and I will see you on Friday.